Moscow under drone fire, how the Ukraine war reached Russia's capital. Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we take a closer look at one of the most dramatic developments in the Russia-Ukraine war in recent months, a massive Ukrainian drone attack that struck targets in and around Moscow, triggering fires, disrupting air travel, and raising serious questions about Russia's ability to protect its own capital. For many Russians, the war has often felt distant. While the conflict has caused enormous destruction inside Ukraine for years, daily life in Moscow has largely continued without the constant fear experienced in Ukrainian cities. However, recent events suggest that reality may be changing. Residents in parts of Moscow woke up to an unusual and alarming. Military analysts say Ukraine's long-range drone program has evolved considerably since the early stages of the war. When Ukrainian drones first reached Moscow in 2023, the attacks were relatively rare and involved only small numbers of aircraft. Over time, however, Ukraine expanded its production capabilities and improved its technology. Today, drone operations often involve large groups of unmanned aircraft launched simultaneously. Some serve as decoys designed to overwhelm air defense systems, while others carry explosive payloads intended to strike specific targets. The strategy aims to create confusion and force defenders to spread their resources across a wide area. Even sophisticated air defense networks can struggle when facing large numbers of incoming drones arriving from different directions at the same time. Military experts frequently point out that no defense system offers perfect protection. The challenge becomes even greater when attackers combine drones with missiles or other forms of long-range weapons. This latest attack is likely to intensify debate inside Russia regarding the effectiveness of defenses surrounding key facilities near Moscow. Many observers are asking how important infrastructure continues to be hit despite extensive security measures. At the same time, Russia also launched its own large-scale attacks against Ukraine. Ukrainian officials reported that hundreds of drones and multiple missiles targeted locations across the country during the same period. This pattern has become increasingly common. Major Russian strikes are often followed by Ukrainian retaliation, which in turn leads to further Russian responses. The cycle has created a dangerous escalation dynamic that makes the prospect of peace appear increasingly distant. More than 4 years after the full-scale invasion began, the war continues to reshape the lives of millions of people on both sides. For Ukrainians, drone attacks, air raid sirens, and missile warnings have become part of daily life. For many Russians, especially those living far from the border, the conflict has often felt remote. However, attacks reaching Moscow and other major cities are changing that perception. The psychological impact may be just as important as the physical damage. When explosions occur near homes, airports close, and smoke rises over major urban centers, the realities of war become impossible to ignore. Whether these operations will alter public opinion, military strategy, or political calculations remains uncertain. What is clear is that the battlefield is no longer confined to the front lines. The war between Russia and Ukraine continues to evolve, with new technologies, longer-range weapons, and increasingly complex tactics transforming the nature of the conflict. As both sides demonstrate their ability to strike deep inside enemy territory, concerns are growing that future attacks could become even larger and more destructive. For now, residents of Moscow are left cleaning debris, assessing damage, and asking questions about what comes next. And as the conflict enters yet another phase, the world continues to watch closely. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow the podcast for more in-depth analysis of global events, international conflicts, and the stories shaping our world today. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.